ArieForce 1 is a Rocky Mountain construction coaster located at Fun Spot America Atlanta in Fayetteville, Georgia. The park is basically just a family entertainment center with some carnival attractions and an arcade. But they do have one standout attraction, and that's ArieForce 1. This ride makes zero sense. I mean, I know the other fun spots have a few thrilling roller coasters, but those make a bit more sense as they are on a smaller scale, and those fun spot parks are just larger in general. This ride is ridiculous, and the fact that it's at a place like this is wild. For the stats of this ride, we have a height of 155 feet, a drop of 146 feet, an angle of descent of 83 degrees, a max speed of 64 miles per hour, 4 inversions, and a track length of 3,400 feet. The ride is located in the very back of the park. You'll see the sign right under the double up and finale of the ride. Once you've crossed underneath, there is a big plaza where you can get some great views of the coaster. I know this is where their mini golf course used to stand, and currently their batting cages are still in operation over there. However, this plaza is definitely primarily used for ArieForce. The queue area looks decent and has a few touches of theming. Very impressive for a park this size. However, this queue is most likely not necessary very often. I visited the park on a holiday weekend and got over 20 rides on this. You can just stay in your seat and lap it as much as you want as long as no one is waiting for the row you're in. The station looks decent as well, with more touches of theming, just like the queue. The train looks incredible. But that's kind of where the theming will end. There's nothing during the layout, which is completely fine. Even if there was theming during the layout, you probably wouldn't even have time to notice it, and you probably wouldn't even care anyway. One thing I do want to say is that if you find the time, get some night rides on this thing. After a full day of operating, this ride will be hauling. And overall, it's just a great night ride. So for the on-ride experience, the train departs the station and does a few little bunny hills, delivering some fun pops of air. You then start to ascend the 155-foot lift. As you crest the top of the lift, you get a cool view of Atlanta right in front of you, way out in the distance, and then you plummet down the menacing 146-foot drop. This drop honestly feels the same as any good RMC first drop. The most comparable first drop I can think of is Goliath at Six Flags Great America. After that, you hit an element that is called a Raven Trust Dive. It kind of starts out banking you one way, and then dives back down upside down the opposite direction. This element really reminds me of the beginning of the Norwegian loop on Fahrenheit at Hershey Park. If you sit in the front, you may gray out as you enter this element. After exiting the Raven Trust Dive, the ride hits a high-speed airtime hill and then enters a massive zero-G stall. I would say this is about the same as the one on Goliath at Great America in terms of how drawn out it feels and how much hang time you receive. Then, the ride hits an insane Outer Bank hill. This might be one of the most powerful moments of sustained ejector airtime I have ever felt. I grayed out a few times from how strong this airtime is. It's an incredible feeling. Next, the ride flies through a huge double up, which sort of feels like it's just getting you prepared for what's about to come. You get a good pop of floater in the first part, and then the second drop-off gives you more powerful airtime. But as you drop down, you see the arcade roll, which is an inversion that goes right over the park's arcade. And man, this element is whippy. It's so low to the ground and has so much speed. This element is exactly what I wish Max Force's high-speed inversion was. It has to be one of the best inversions in the world. After that, you hit a quick Outer Bank hill, which sends you into a positive G heavy helix, which serves as the ride's turnaround. The train hits one more inversion, which is another barrel roll, before it enters the grand finale, which is 6 quick pops of airtime. This part of the ride is absolutely incredible. The strength of these airtime pops is nothing to take lightly. I will say, if you do not have the seatbelt positioned correctly, this section will hurt a bit. It's definitely a bit much, and I can understand if it's too much for some people to enjoy. But if you're into out-of-control airtime, you will absolutely love this. After the grand finale, the ride then slams into the final brakes, extremely fast, ending the ride. This is one of the craziest roller coasters I've ever experienced. It's a top 3 RMC in my opinion. The most comparable ride I can think of is Wildcats Revenge. They are 2 of the most aggressive RMCs, but honestly I think ArieForce 1 takes it up another level. While I do think Wildcats Revenge is the better overall ride, I do prefer ArieForce 1 because it is more aggressive. Overall, I think ArieForce 1 is a world-class roller coaster that all coaster enthusiasts in America need to have on their radar. This ride might genuinely turn Fun Spot Atlanta into a park that I have to visit every year just so I can lap this crazy coaster. So what do you guys think about ArieForce 1? Let me know down in the comments. As always, be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy my content. Thanks for watching this review, and I'll see you guys next time. If you'd like to support the channel even more, become a member and receive numerous benefits, such as watching all my videos the day before they release, access to my monthly top 25 coaster list, member shoutouts, and more. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.